Hello students, today we are going to start the next topic of chapter 2, that is economic activities by men and women, quality of population and education. First, we are going to discuss economic activities by men and women. What are the economic activities? Economic activities can be divided into three sectors: primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sector. Primary sector includes agriculture, animal husbandry, mining. These are known as primary sector activities. Secondary sector involves manufacturing, industries, factories. That is known as secondary sector. Tertiary sector is also known as service sector, which involves all the services, trade, communication, banking, health, that is known as tertiary sector. All these sectors activities are known as economic activities. Economic activities have two parts: market activities and non market activities. Market activities, when goods and services produce for earning profit, that is known as market activities. Non market activities, when goods and services are produced for self consumption, that is known as non market activities. For example, if a teacher who is teaching students in a coaching center, he and she, they are going to charge fees from the students, that is known as market activities, because he is teaching for earning a profit. Whereas if a teacher who is teaching his own kid, he is not going to charge anything from his own child. In that condition, that is known as non-market activities. There was a division of labor between men and women. Men were paid for their services, but women were not paid for their services. Education play a very important role for income and regular job. If a person who is educated and skilled, paid high with a regular jobs, whereas a person who is uneducated, unskilled, they paid low and irregular jobs. Now, quality of population depends on education and healthcare facilities. By education, we can determine literacy rate. By health, we can determine life expectancy, which we are going to discuss later on. Quality of population ultimately decide the growth of the country. If quality of population higher of a country, it means a person who is educated and healthy, that person will be known as quality person. So if the percentage of quality of population higher of the country, the growth rate of the country will be ultimately higher. Now we are going to discuss education. Education contribute to the growth society and increase the national income with the efficiency of work. Now, what are the advantages of education? Education helps individual to make better use of the economic opportunities. Education and skill are the major determinants of earning. Right now, I told you, if a person who is educated and skilled, he will be paid higher. And whereas if he is uneducated, unskilled, he will be paid low. Education opens new areas, new ideas for an individuals. Education contributes towards the growth of the society also. Education increases the national income. Literacy is not only a right, is also needed if the citizens are to perform their right properly. Now, next we are going to discuss very important part of the chapter, that is government adopt few steps to increase the education level in India. First, steps have been taken by the government to promote universalization of education. For that, government introduced Navodaya Vidyalaya, which have been set up in all the districts to provide quality education. Vocational streams, vocational education means professional education. Vocational streams have been set up, developed to equip large number of high school students with occupation related to knowledge and skills. Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan have been introduced with the aim to providing elementary education, or we can say compulsory education, to all children in the age group of 6 to 14 years by 2010. Bridge course and back to school camps have been initiated to increase the enrollment in elementary education. Midday meals scheme also introduced to encourage attendance and retention of children and provide nutritional food to the children to increase the nutritional status of a children. Now, what were the achievement of education system introduced in India? The literacy rate increases from 18% to 65%. A vast difference noticed across different sections of the society. We can say literacy rate among males is nearly 50% higher than females. Same, it is about 50% higher in urban areas as compared to rural areas. Literacy rate varies, very increases in Kerala till 96%, whereas there are few areas, a few districts where the literacy rate is below 30%, such as Madhya Pradesh and Bihar. According to the Census 2001, a person aged 7 years and above who can read and write with understanding in any language is treated as a literate. Now, education play a very important role for the growth and development of a country. If a person who is educated, he will be able to increase his work efficiency. By increasing the efficiency of work, he will be able to increase his own income. By increasing the own income, national income will be higher. So, the growth of the person is depend on education, as well as education increases the growth and the development of the country. Now the next topic, that is health, which we are going to discuss later on.